Kato on the track,
I've been watching so much news, I don't know who I should trust. I don't know who's been telling the truth and who's been lying to us. The Biden administration promised everybody they'd unite all of us, but it just feels like we're all way more divided than we've ever been in our lives, and it sucks. I've been watching so much news, it's so hard to rise above. It's so hard to put on a smile when hopes are down and prices are up. Go to the store, go get some gas. Times are tough, how much more do we have to take and pay and give and cry and cuss? I've been watching so much news, I feel like my eyes are stuck. No matter how much I try not to look, I can't keep my eyelids shut. It's got me so confused, I think my mind's going nuts. Because as of lately, you wanna know who I would fuck? Nancy Pelosi. Someone tell that granny to blow me. I'd take out her dentures, put them on the dresser, slide off her panties and proceed. I'd whip out her knockers fast and start throwing uppercuts like a boxing match. I'd grab her by the nipples and I'd flip them up and down until they're flapping in the wind, and then I'd spin them all around and go, have you seen them titties?
No, I mean that's the one thing I really learned from Jung, because he had this way of really deconstructing the psyche and the demons. He really, and I don't think the cocaine affected him all that much at the end. Well, maybe at the end, but not during the most of his, not when he was writing the Red Book. But that's the thing about these cultural Marxists. We have to be really careful because they're slowly degrading the culture in the country. They're brainwashing the world if we're being honest about it. It's upsetting. It's really upsetting. Now they're coming for my medical license. Can you believe that? I just had it. I've had it. I've tried to reason with these people, but there's no reasoning with them. And I really got into this in my book 12 Rules for Life. When I realized really we're all just lobsters, and you got to have thick skin. And if there's anything that since I started my YouTube channel, I've learned you got to have thick skin, because those bastards in the comments are coming for you. Okay, they're coming for the heart of Western civilization. Okay. And most people don't know, but it's really Western civilization really predicated on the values of Judeo-Christianity and the pursuit for truth, which we have none of. Now there is no truth. Now it's all just a myriad of lies, fanciful, nice-sounding lies to band-aid over the truth. But really, that just lets the whole infection fester and get worse, doesn't it? And so now we have a cancer in society. Now we have a cancer in the lobster that we have to excavate. I mean, you know what I mean? They've gone too far. Okay, I think we can all agree. Okay, I mean, it was one thing to make Black Panther 2, but it wasn't something entirely. Not to mention Black Panther 1, for example. But it's another thing entirely to be coming after Tolkien's work. Okay, they're throwing now elves and hobbits are black now. This just reminds me way too much about Dumbledore from Harry Potter, coming out as gay. And I have no problem with the gays. I'm very, and you can do magic if you're a gay man. I'm not against that. But it's about changing the canon. That's what the fandoms really have a problem with, and I think they're tired of being told that they're bigots, because they're not. They just bloody love Lord of the Rings. They bloody love Gandalf and your freaking Frodo. Okay, we all have a need to return the ring back to Mordor. Okay, so that we can rule the world. I mean, so that we can cast it into the flames and goodness can prevail again, and it's all about rescuing your father from the depths of the underworld. You know what I mean? And that's what needs to happen in America now. I mean, people say I'm not a scientist. I publish over 100 scientific papers. I mean, these people, they don't even know how many genders there are, and here they're lecturing me about I don't know science from bullshit. That offends me. It would offend anyone. Look, I'm going to say something that's probably controversial, but it's true, okay? And this is all about the pursuit of truth at the end of the day, okay, with this podcast, okay? Fat girls aren't skinny. There, I said it, okay? I got into some heat recently, okay, because, there's a new issue of Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition that I happen to be perusing, and I noticed that, they put what they describe, what the more progressive types will describe as a plus size model. And, look, I wasn't getting hard. Okay. And that's really the only issue or the only reason that I would pick up a Sports Illustrated issue. I mean, I have to, I need something to give you warmed up before, going to work every day. So look, we all have to take a shit sometimes, and you want to be reading, a magazine with a picture of a hot lady on the cover. I don't think that's too much to ask for. Okay, and this isn't even a matter of traditional beauty standards. Okay, this is look. We can't lie to ourselves. Okay. And, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, if we're dating, I'm going to tell you, yes, he looked fat in that dress. That's just that, do you want me to be a liar? Okay, because if we all start lying, because that's the quickest way to hell right there. Okay, so let's just be clear about that. And look, it's a matter of medical health. It's not even a matter of, occasionally, fucking a fatty on the side. That's not what this is about. What this is about is encouraging unhealthy behavior. Okay, and here's the thing. Okay, I understand why the fat girls get mad. Okay, and it's the same bloody reason that the ugly boys get mad. Okay, and the fat boys, while we're at it. Okay, it's because they're not getting laid. Okay, so what I think we need to do is start passing out celery sticks and fucking condoms. Okay, because these bastards they're absolutely mental. I mean, the things they believe. I mean, they actually think that if you're Brendan Fraser from The Whale, that you're still hot. Sorry, but no, you're not. You're not hot. And I'm sorry, you can brainwash me all you like, but guess what? My geck's not getting hard because you need to lose some weight, and I'm not going to apologize for that. Okay. I mean, what is it? What is this? I mean, we need to get bloody Sean Connery back in here and freaking set these women straight. Damn it! It's weird because Olivia Wilde made a film where I'm the inspiration for this abusive, misogynistic, patriarchal character, and that really upset me. That really bothered me. It's almost like. It's almost like she's retarded, and I was surprised because she doesn't really have a look of someone who you're like, oh, they've got a condition, but apparently she is. She's very, I mean, I always knew actresses in Hollywood were bloody stupid, but wow, I mean, that's wow, so she's probably compromised, right? She's definitely been Epstein's island. Let's just settle that right now. But the moral and character assassination that has been attributed to me, I mean, that was upsetting. Yeah, it was upsetting. Okay, mainly because I used to fantasize about Olivia Wilde when I used to watch House. So I mean, aside from Hugh Laurie, she was my favorite character. But I don't take it personally because I'm a professional. Okay, I'm a professional. I've been trying to get Kanye West on the podcast or Ye or Ye. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but and I've also been trying to get Kim Kardashian on the podcast. But the only response I've gotten from their either of them their teams was just an email message that just said no, because you're too white. And I was really confused by that because I'm not even I'm first of all I'm Canadian, but let's it would have made for a really interesting podcast because I thought we might be able to begin to dissect exactly why does he think that Hitler's was a good person. It really got me thinking why do the Jews seem to run Hollywood? I mean they ruined Mel Gibson's career. That was pretty. And now they've ruined Kanye West. So maybe maybe he's got a point. I don't. Doesn't mean that I like Hitler. I just mean that maybe Kanye has a point, but went too far. Is what I'm trying to say. There we go. That's the better version of wording that. I mean, doesn't he know? I mean, hasn't he seen Hellboy or Hellboy 2? I mean, hasn't he seen the whole scene where they open the portal to hell and it's all and then the Antichrist walks out and it turns out to be Elon Musk. I mean, doesn't he know that's what CERN's doing? I mean, goodness, it's like he doesn't even know, about the Anunnaki or the Fuel Society or Madame Blavatsky or L. Ron Hubbard, working with the CIA to just start the Scientology with Tom Cruise, and it's almost like he doesn't even understand that, this is exactly, what MK Ultra was all about. Is about brainwashing the masses so that they no longer look into the truth, or they can't recognize the truth, even if it's right in front of us. This is why, we really, really need to open our part third eye. Look, I've gotten a lot of, bad press, I guess you could say, about my, I started taking, some psych meds, and I got a little addicted to them. Went down a bit of a rabbit hole. And it was the drugs, but what most people don't know, and what I didn't make public at the time, was that I also had just found Alex Jones and Infowars. I started tuning into him a lot, and my brain, he was pointing out things and connections that I really began to. And I might have been on, a low dose of psilocybin, but that's, with a bit of a mescaline booster. But, I think I was watching Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas when the drugs began to peak, and I was in the desert, but, I don't know where exactly or how we got there, or what I did with the bodies after I came to and woke up again. But there was so much blood, and I see. Anyways, I had to get away for a minute, and some people don't realize, the mind's very temperamental. And we all have to go on a journey every now and then to rescue ourself from the underworld, not just our father. Okay, we have ourselves to bloody contend with too. We all have demons. Okay, we all have demons. Okay, especially Nancy Pelosi. But I do too. Even old JP. It's actually quite interesting because there's a tribe off the coast of Madagascar that takes this very rare hallucinogenic mushroom, and they brew it into a tea. Okay, and then what you do is they tie you down. One of the shamans, they'll tie you down to a bed of reed sticks. Tied, strapped, laced together or whatever, and they give you the brew. You drink the tea, and then as the DMT in the hallucinogenic tea begins to foment inside the body, and the psychedelic processes begin right as you begin to peak. That's when they push you out into seed, like Tom Hanks in Castaway. And then it's bon voyage. You know what I mean? And it's very interesting, the stories. As far as those who make it back to the island and survive, it's really, really interesting, the stories that they come back with, because they all report seeing the same DMT creatures. Okay, I mean, some people describe them as elves or gnomes or fairies or demonic beings, but that's not important. What's important is that people are seeing something, and other people are also seeing something, and it might be real and it might be demonic, but that's, once again, not very important. What's important is that it's fascinating, and that's what I want to share with you. Okay, so what we really need to deconstruct is that the psychedelic experience, no matter who it is, they go through the same archetypal procedures, much like found in the repetitions of storytelling and mythology and religion, for that matter. So this really unifies and connects everything, as mushrooms tend to do. They show you the connections between things otherwise would not have seen. And I know this from my work as a bloody psychologist, okay, because I have seen shit, okay, and I've seen schizophrenia grow out of psychedelic use, and I've seen many benefits to where mushrooms helped save the schizophrenic. It just kind of depends on which way, on what the dosage is. So it's really interesting. The clinical studies alone on DMT, especially, were very fascinating. And I should know, because I was part of the clinical trials. And that's it's a very, very fascinating field that we really don't know anything. Because when they discovered acid and mushrooms, and it really began to be distributed into the wider culture by the CIA and Terence McKenna and that whole crowd. It really was the last last gasp of the human consciousness before the New World Order began to really play with our minds. And we're in this new kind of information warfare, third generation, psychological warfare. It's what's happening. Look, it's obviously we're facing a monster here that we have to contend with, because it's destroying the fabric of Western culture.
Have you seen them titties? Every time I think of them things, I'm giddy. She's far from the itty bitty titty committee. Come on, man, she could start her own team in the big leagues. I think about him just to pass the day. Man, I bet those fuckers ain't past the waist. If I laid on the ground with my head by your feet and she dropped them, they probably smack my face. People said I'll get killed for this. I don't give a fuck, I take risks. I don't give a damn if Nancy kills me as long as she suffocates me with her kids. AOC is too young for me, and I'd hate to listen to that bitch bicker. Hillary is just plain ugh, but Nancy's got them twin sisters. I wanna get up inside this nympho. We can make love, I'll slide it in slow. I just wanna make some money the fast way and get her to spill some of that insider info. We could go to the bar and get drunk, and I'll drive home after like 20 White Claws. You don't gotta worry about a DUI when you're banging Nancy, right, Paul?